France must leave the European Union to protect its own national interests and the economic welfare of its citizens. According to a Yellow Vest activist, Anis Linef is the Minister of Finance at Le Gov and has worked many years as a trader in derivatives for major banks such as Société Générale and Barclays. Le Gov is the political project that has emerged from the Yellow Vests movement in France and is the brainchild of one of the group's leading organizers, Fabrice Grimal. One of the main purposes of Le Gov is to generate new ideas on how to change the political and economic status quo in France, as well as eventually to stand candidates in presidential elections. Mr. Linef argued that the European Central Bank (ECB) and markets in general have too much influence in dictating French government policies, often to the detriment of the socio-economic interests of ordinary citizens. The Le Gov finance minister explained, "What we want is that our central bank, the Banque de France, can directly fund our government and the treasury, and not having to go through the market because this is linked to the European treaties. They obliged us as the French country to go through the market to borrow money and the ECB come behind the scene to buy back all this debt. So if we don't do what the market wants, what the ECB wants, then we are a little bit like not sovereign enough to decide by ourselves what is good for our country." He added, 25% of the debt of France is within the ECB, so it is owned by the ECB. So the ECB are really the master of France and of our government, so they can decide and tell us what to do or not. As an example of the ECB's malign interference in French economic and social policies, he claimed the EU made its €40 billion contribution to France's €100 billion COVID stimulus package conditional on the government agreeing to reform its state pensions and unemployment benefits. These benefits are elements of France's socialized welfare system, which form a core part of its political identity as a nation. The EU said, "Okay, we give you this money only if you do some change to your pensions. You have to reform your pension and unemployment benefits," he said.